Hello guys, and welcome in this first tutorial of SketchUp. So SketchUp is a really useful software for creating UI UX designs and web designs in general. It's my favorite software, to be honest. I tried also Photoshop, Adobe XD and InVision Studio, but by far SketchUp it's my favorite. So let's go through the basic interface. So on the left, you can see that we're having the pages column, and here is where you're going to see all of your pages. So if, for example, I click on this dialog, and if I click on this one on the right, you can see that the pages are going to be seen over here. And I'm currently working on the page 1. And if I want to create another page, I can simply click on Add Page. This will add another page to my file. And this can be very useful, especially when you're dealing with big projects with a lot of screens. You'd like to have perhaps a artboard in page 2. Let's say I'm going to have 2 artboards over here, and this can be maybe a UI kit, or it can be a specific part of a project, such as the onboarding experience. And then I can go back onto page 1, and here we're going to have another artboard, and we're going to have maybe other screens. So I can quickly go back and forth, and this is really helpful in order for managing, and also to save some space on the RAM of the computer. It might be easier for the computer to elaborate a fixed amount of a smaller amount of screens at the same time. So these are basically the basics of the pages, and as you can see on the top, we have the main toolbar, and here you have some of the options that you're going to use more often in Sketch. And the first one is the top left, the insert option. And this allows you to add shapes, or you can also have a vector, pencils, the text, you can add images, and also the artboard options, as you saw before. These are some other options, but these are more technical, so we're going to cover these in a later video. Now let's try and add a basic shape, which you can have. You can do so by going under shapes, and you can see there are a lot of shapes in SketchUp, and let's use a rectangle. So in order to zoom in, you can press the Z key, and you can click, and this will zoom in. And if I go back onto the shape, I'm going to select the rectangle, and oops, I selected the artboard. Let's click on the rectangle, and you can create a basic rectangle. So in order for you to change and edit this, you can see that there are a lot of options on the right. And so if, for example, you want to change the color of this rectangle, you can go under Fills, you can click on it, and as you can see, the color picker is now available, and we can change the color very easily from here. You can also change the border. So let's say that we want a red border over here, and I can adjust the thickness so that the thickness will be adapted. And I can also choose the position of the border. You can put it outside, you can put it inside, or right in the center. And of course I can also add a shadow. As you can see below the fill and the borders, you also have a shadows and inner shadows and Gaussian blur. And if I click on the shadow, a shadow will be present on the object, and I can make the blur bigger, and I can also change the x-axis and the y-axis, and do all sorts of different things. So this is just to give you a base overview of this software. I have many more tutorials on my channel, so if you want to continue to learn about SketchUp, please visit my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.